close this oil. Go ahead, get it warmed up. Get that energy flowing. Take some deep breaths. And repeat after me if you feel like it tonight. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I just love Shinrin Yoku. Always helps me get grounded. Thank you all for jumping on our call tonight. So good to see everyone. Always feel like I'm getting back into the swing of things, but we are in the swing of things. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Make sure I have my slides ready to go. Here it is, somewhere there. We're going to be starting tonight with a little share out. So I'm going to get my slideshow going. We had our first day trip to KMR, Kealakekua Mountain Reserve. And it looked like a super successful trip. Bernice is on, Felicia's on. So I'm actually going to pass it off to them to share just a little bit about what the day trip is like, and Bernice to hop right in, just so everyone has an idea of what they'll be experiencing if they head up.
Yeah, Felicia. Oh, well, I'll go first. Hi, everybody. So it was a wonderful one-day trip. We went up to the Kealakekua Reserve, and just amazing and fascinating to see that this 10,000, almost 10,000 acres is really run by about 11 people on staff at any given time. And then they have other people that help them. But really, just a small bunch of people doing so much work. It's just unbelievable to see the growth of the trees, how it goes from seedlings to the more mature. I think the earliest plantings were that I remember was 2018, and then how it just pairs with the iliahi and the nayo, and then to see the the mamaki plants that they're doing for more production because they want to take advantage of the other spaces around the land. And it was very, very enlightening, enriching, soul soothing, that kind of just amazing. And Felicia can share more, I'm sure.
Well, I'm glad you said like you could get all that from the day trip, because that's kind of what they were worried about, it being too quick, So I'm glad you could feel like all that from the trip. I felt the same thing. I mean, it's always like just such a magical experience for us to go up there and like see what's happening at that time. Like with the EA had the flowers, it was like they looked like big Jurassic flowers that wanted to eat you. Like it was like so crazy, and they were right there in the pico, so it just looked different in there, and then all the gingers were like everywhere, so everything was, there was like sparks of yellow and in like everywhere. It was just amazing to see how different it was from the last time. So I think there's like a benefit to any time that you can like get out there, whether it be your first time, you've never been there, or if you can go back and just see like the progress of things. Ray and I were able to see the ohia that we were able to pick out, and like how many and how big, and just you just learn so much every time you're there. So yeah, it's always like such a worthwhile experience. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it looked like an excellent time. And Michelle, too, I think her name is Michelle, was another one of our teammates that came, and she didn't know too much about KMR at all, and also
Mhm.
some of our products. So I felt like it was a great way for her as a customer just to connect with doTERRA, with the mission. And of course, when you're hanging around all of us, you're going to learn a lot about the products too. So I felt
Yeah.
like it was an excellent day. Ray told me all about it. She's hopping on the call a little later, so I'll invite her to share later on when she does get on tonight too. But it
Yeah,
looked like
Michelle really enjoyed herself too. And she didn't know any of us. So it's just like a spur of the moment. I don't know anybody. I'm just gonna go because it seems cool. And she had a blast. I mean, it was so like I hope that more customers do jump on. You don't have to be doing the business because we didn't really talk too much about that, even not so much, right? Yeah. It was just more about like the hands-on, what they're doing at that time, how we can help kind of stuff. So yeah,
It was just
very in the
amazing to
moment.
see how
Go.
much work goes into that. Yeah, Felicia.
Yeah.
Um, just how much effort they put into it and thought and care. And then everything, just amazing.
Mhm. Yeah.
oh, and Kaylee Econoise, she's just incredible too. She's such an amazing hostess when she takes us up there. So
Yeah.
yay, I'm so glad. And
Yeah.
hopefully like you were sharing we can get more customers to come too, because just to be able to connect with something in our place, I think it's really special to feel the mission of what we're doing, all the good that is happening, not just out in the world, but also here at home. Thank you, ladies. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the January one is my plan right now. So yeah, thank you, thank you. All right. Next, we wanted to just share really quickly something that just came out, I think just today. Um, there is a discount code out. So if you haven't yet bought your ticket, either in person or virtual, if you buy your ticket, either one, and you enter this code Reclaim 2024, you get $20 off, which is really, really nice because we know the price goes up as time goes on. So it's the most expensive it could be right now. So to get a little bit off of that is always really helpful. And of course, if you can't make it to Utah, that's a bummer because we're gonna have so much fun. But we'll miss you. But the virtual access is also great because you get to see all the general sessions, the breakout sessions, you get to go on the marketplace, and then you do get to buy the convention kit, which is great with I don't think you get the extra little gift, but you get the kit pricing and everything. And you're definitely going to want to do that after learning about whatever's coming out soon. So yes, make sure if you haven't done that yet, good thing you waited a little bit longer because now we have the code. But yeah, just pop any questions you have about that. Let us know. And then yes, Liza reminds us this is open to everyone. Oh, that's for KMR. Spaces are going fast. And then also for those of us going to convention, they're asking us for Kuku at the KMR booth. So we'll have to coordinate that to make sure we can help with that. And then again, yes, the only way to get the convention kit is with a ticket. So you're definitely going to want a ticket so you can get those new products. All right. And then convention kits or excuse me, tickets are open to anyone. So even customers are able to purchase them. So if you have, we all have a few really loyal customers that just can't wait to get their hands on things, definitely let them know that the tickets are available still and there's the code. Because I know they will want to jump right on. Just like us. All right. I believe our next section is we're going to be jumping into the last series of education, which is on the microbiome tonight. So I'm going to pull that up next so that we can watch the um, the next section. And my brain is forgetting who's on it. Let me look at it really quick as I pull this up. We're going to actually start with learning about Spanish Spanish sage is our behind the bottle. And then we're going to be jumping right into lifestyle habits for a healthy microbiome with Alex DeBell, Dr. John Watts, and also Jared Auger. This one's a little bit longer. It's about 35 minutes. So we'll just keep going. If there's kind of a natural pause, we can pause it, or we can keep going. Well, I'll kind of gauge that. But I have to say, I've appreciated watching these on this call because I don't have extra time and it's like perfect. So I hope you all are appreciating it too, so you can be in the know. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll jump into it. Hopefully my sound and everything works well. All right. I made it so you can't see my messy desktop. All right, we'll start from the beginning here.
We're here in southeastern Spain in Murcia, where we get our Spanish sage. Spanish sage is unique to this area. There's other types of sage that we know of, but this sage is unique to this part of Spain. So this is one of the older distillation units in the area. So it's a kind of a more traditional way of doing it. So what they have is the water underneath. They put a bed of straw so the sage doesn't come in contact with the water. And then they put the sage in.
Sí, yo me he tirado 30 años en la piedra. Y esto lo hacía yo por los fines de semana y en las vacaciones. Y ahora en noviembre ya Pero que yo voy a seguir con esto, ¿eh? Yo esto me gusta.
You'll notice that the work being done here is done by an older generation. It's incredibly hard work. Harvesting such a low planted ground can't be mechanized. It's all done by hand. A lot of people, especially the young generation, leave to go to the big cities. And honestly, they never come back to their home villages.
Se van a las poblaciones grandes, a los pueblos más grandes, donde hay industria. Pues claro, si se le da esto fuerza, pues un joven, si ve que gana bien el jornal aquí, no tiene que salirse de su tierra a las grandes ciudades o a pueblos más grandes donde hay industria, sino se queda en su tierra y dice, yo de la salvia vivo.
My hope is that as we increase our demand and as more interest in Spanish sage grows, it'll bring more euros back to this community, and with that, more jobs.
Taloha zany noho izy hoe aty lavitra toeram-pitsaboana dia malaina ny olona mamonjy ny toeram-pitsaboana. Fa zao nanantona mihitsy ny toeram-pitsaboana dia moramora ho an'ny zareo zany manantona aty.
I've never wondered where your bottle of essential oil comes from, who it touches and impacts along the way. This is the story behind the story. This is behind the bottle.
Mahafinaritra ilay manao langilahy. Eritreritro atao zany mijery miasa tamin'ny langilahy. Misy 6 heures zay miasa arakaraka langilahy. Langilahy koa misy 2 heures avy 11 heures. Langilahy koa 6 zay avy 9 heures. Mahafinaritra zah zay mazola milomako vadiko, milomako zanako, salakady zay mahazo loto.
Langilangy misy foana mandavantaona. Tsy karaha ataony manga, misy saison manga, misy. Fa langilangy zay misy fo mandavantaona décembre jusqu'au mois de décembre. Ny tena mahafinaritra za amin'ny asa nafa zegny, mahafinaritra be zay mahita le langilangy zegny efa nahabe langoela zay 3 taona sy be. Za zo fa niasa aty 3 taona io, tena tiako be asa vovotra langilangy.
Taloha zany noho izy hoe aty lavitra toeram-pitsaboana dia malaina ny olona mamonjy ny toeram-pitsaboana. Fa zao nanantona mihitsy ny toeram-pitsaboana dia moramora ho an'ny zareo zany ny manantona aty. Moa misy facilité koa le izy satria tsisy dépense be intsony zany zareo resaka fitsaboana fa mba misy prise en charge. Salamat. Sa pagkita.
It's been amazing to see the impact we've been able to have and seeing this firsthand grow, develop, and evolve in Madagascar. It's been amazing, and we're extremely excited about the future of being able to continue to work with these cooperatives and networks of small-scale farmers and distillers to bring the very best quality oils from one of the historically most important essential oil producing countries in the world with Madagascar.
Here on the ground with the farmers, looking at their fields and making sure that they're connected with the right people for the entire year, doing best production from not only their mint crops, but the other crops.
Kalau baru mas kama tani sa baru mas kama के बाल बच्चा के खियाओ तनी sa पढ़ाओ तनी sa लिखाओ तनी sa पहले 6 महीना पर कमी नहीं होता लोग बारह मास नहीं कमाता आवत त बाल बच्चा नहीं खी बाल बच्चा के कमाइल जाता खियावल जाता पोसल जाता के मजदूरी करत तनी धान गेहूं के तब 15,000 के माने सलीना होता हजार आवरी हमने के इन पर बेसी बढ़
Gotera, GEM, and then Farms and Farmers, we all came together, considering how we can introduce new crops, for the same farming community, how we can help them to multiply their agricultural income.
With doTERRA, the best part is they come in, they lay out their plans right at the onset. They're very, very upfront, open, honest, and there's a guaranteed buyback agreement. It builds a lot of confidence across the supply chain that there's a real buyer at the end who's on the ground as well and is willing to purchase at a fair market price.
One of the women was telling, when I grow rice or wheat or any other cereal crops, I have to work hard. It's so hard work. But when I do experiments and other grass crops, it's not that hard, and it's only 3 months. So I think it will change the dynamics here.
I was born in Sicily myself. I actually moved to Brazil when I was very young. I was about 20 years old. And my great-grandfather started producing citrus essential oils in Sicily around 1873, extracting citrus essential oil by the sponge method, which was a completely manual system. We found that the south of Brazil had the perfect climate for citrus growth, and as a consequence, produced the best possible citrus oils in the world. We have a fantastic relationship with the small farmers in our area. They support us. They've been supporting us for 44 years, and we have been supporting them. So it's a great thing that it goes on, and really.
Nós trabalhamos sempre em indústria, eu e a esposa, né? Eu trabalhei por 43 anos. E como bom gaúcho, já estava 10 anos fora, eu disse, não, agora chega, ficamos muito tempo longe dos filhos, dos netos, da família. Resolvemos voltar. E eu tinha negociado já esse pedaço com uma casa que eu tinha na cidade. De repente, uma permuta, uma troca, né? Não se usa nenhum veneno. Compostagem, a gente aproveita. E está sendo uma experiência maravilhosa. Depois de 40 anos de fado, tanto eu quanto ela, né? Estamos aí agora vivendo essa vida de colono, como se diz aqui.
Então, assim, a gente vai tocando aqui o nosso pequeno sítiozinho. Mas estamos bem felizes com o novo estilo de vida.
Eu tive muitos diretores, né? Que cobravam bastante, muita cobrança, né? E em casa, sim, aqui a última palavra é sempre minha. Sim, senhora, né?
Primeiro, quando eu comecei, em 74, nós começamos a fazer uma casinha ali, nós casamos, e aí nós começamos a trabalhar junto. Quando meu pai entrou junto comigo ali, aí nós éramos os primeiros que começamos a plantar. Hoje é tudo cheio de laranja. E assim foi indo. Meu pai me mostrou como começava a trabalhar.
My grandfather used to take me to the factory in Sicily when I was very, very young. I mean, when I was a little kid, when I was 3 or 4 years old. And I was absolutely fascinated by looking at those people extracting the essential oils. I always knew that I wanted to do this from the very beginning. That's truly something which comes from my family heritage. It's something that my great-grandfather started to do, that my grandfather did, that my father did, and I'm still here. And hopefully the following generation will keep on doing the same.
Hello, and welcome to the fourth and final call in this series. Before we dive in today, let's do a quick recap of what we've talked about so far. If you joined us on our week 1 call, we talked about genetics, lifestyle, and nutrition. Many of you will remember the line, genetics load the gun, lifestyle pulls this trigger. We learned that our lifestyle choices can influence how our genes function, and that our health is only 40% genetics, but 60% lifestyle. We established that our modern diets are lacking, and there is still so much we can do to support our bodies through nutrition. Remember, nutrition is fuel. How you choose to fuel your body is a very personal, powerful thing that will determine how your day, week, and ultimately your life feels. Next, if you were with us on week 2, you'll remember that we focused on what foundational nutrition is and how it contributes to being healthy now and in the future. We took a closer look at the habits that support healthy aging and everything we can do right now to ensure the kind of healthy future we want. We emphasize that daily habits are the building blocks of longevity. And last week, on our week 3 call, Emily and I talked about foundational wellness for women specifically. We discussed women's nutritional needs through the different stages of life and the different products and practices that support those changing needs over time. As Emily Wright reminds us, your wellness journey is unique. Honor it. Now, we are here at week 4. Over the last 3 weeks, we've been building up to this message that we want to share with you today. And when you walk away today, we hope you feel excited, educated, and ready for convention. So, with that little summary I just gave, are we sensing a pattern? Are we picking up on the themes that we've been hearing week after week? Let me give you a little hint. All of this centers around the bottom level of our wellness pyramid. Do you know what that is? Can you picture it in your mind? That very bottom piece of the wellness pyramid. Okay, if you haven't guessed already, I'll give you the answer. It's nutrition and digestion. That's the foundation for everything else that we do at doTERRA. We start with nutrition and digestion because without those 2 pieces properly in place, we can't build healthy habits. Over the last 3 weeks, we've talked about why nutrition and digestive health matter so much and the massive impact focusing on foundational wellness can have on your overall health. And now comes the exciting part, where we talk about how doTERRA products go hand in hand with these principles of foundational wellness. We've talked about a lot of different issues: a failing healthcare system, issues with aging and longevity, our inability to get the proper amounts of fruits and vegetables. And now it's time to talk about the solutions. That's why we've taken the time to set up this conversation with 3 weeks of education, because when we know better, we do better. Before we get to talking about the new convention products, I want to take a moment and focus on one of the existing products that is a major solution to some of the issues we've been talking about in this conversation around foundational wellness, and that's PB Restore. Because PB Restore is truly a hero when it comes to nutrition. We want to make sure it doesn't get overshadowed in the excitement of new products that will be launched at convention. So, to help me talk about the importance of PB Restore when it comes to addressing the issues we've discussed on the last 3 calls, we're going to Jared, Alex, and Dr. Vaughn Watts.
Lauren, I'm privileged to be here with two of the best here at doTERRA, Alex DeBell and Dr. Vaughn Watts. Thanks for being here with me, guys.
Pleasure. Happy to be here.
You know, Lauren talked about Microbiome PB Restore. I know that's right up your wheelhouse. You love that product. Tell us a little bit more about that. Why is that so important in foundational wellness?
You know, since I've got here, that was actually probably one of the most exciting things I saw. First thing I did was look at all the supplements we have. When I saw PB Restore and saw how complete of a probiotic it was, I mean, I think I even told Alex, like, dude, this is the best probiotic I've ever seen or used, even in practice. And so anybody who's ever heard me talk, even on, you know, or educate at all, and I'm talking about foundational wellness, I always make sure to make a point of including PB Restore. Because when you look at even the wellness pyramid, we have nutrition and digestion. It's not just LOV. We also have to, you know, my LLV, as I say, is...
We have to be able to get it in.
Yeah, is LLV and PB Restore. That's my LLV, you know, and so and then when we started talking about foundational wellness, that is an important part of that entire concept.
Yeah. So exactly what's in there that differentiates it from all other probiotic products that are out there?
So there's a number of things in there, but like just out the gate, just from like a very superficial aspect, when I first saw it, I'm like, it has prebiotics, which is the food, you know, for the probiotics. It has probiotics, it has postbiotics, and it has bacteriophages. Like I've never seen one that had all four of those. I've seen one that has pre and pro, and that's probably the most common you can see out there. But even then to throw in post, that would be way less common. And then when you throw bacteriophages, now it's like, I've never seen another product like that. So that's probably why one of the reasons I was so excited about it.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, Alex, he's the creator of this. I mean, he's giving you a lot of props here saying it's the best that's out there. Like, walk us through a little bit why we did it that way. And even the delivery, we didn't even talk about the dual encapsulation. Got it. Talk to us about that. What's going on?
Yeah, and this concept of probiotics and supporting the microbiome for digestion and nutrient absorption is not new, right? doTERRA's had a probiotic offering for about 15 years. But as we've looked at this space and thought, man, there's been a lot of research, there's a lot of new that we can weave into this offering and really, you know, be innovative and break new ground. And we've done that with PB Restore. So all the different components, the pre, pro, and post biotics, it's not just about supporting the gut microbiome, it's about supporting all the microbiomes of the body. We've done that in a unique combination that is just unrivaled in the marketplace.
Yeah. Well, I think some of us, we always thought, whenever somebody said microbiome, we always thought gut. I mean, I'd say most people probably think that. And this opened my eyes to, no, it's the microbiomes, plural, that are all throughout their body. And this supports all of those. So, foundational wellness. We've talked a lot about that throughout all of these calls. Call 1, 2, 3, and now we're at 4. Vitamins, minerals, greens, omegas, now PB Restore, right? That's foundational wellness. Is that right? I mean, talk to us a little bit more about why each of those are included in there, why all of those components, maybe the vitamins, minerals, and greens particularly, are so important.
Right. Well, the whole concept of foundational wellness is to obtain like optimal organ function. You know, you want to make sure your organs are getting all the proper nutrients that they need in order to function at a high level. You know, if we're going to, you know, my belief is that the human body's made to heal itself if in the right condition. And the right condition is your organs are functioning at a high level. So vitamins, minerals, greens, that's great. It provides a lot of support for a lot of organs. But then, you know, we throw that omega in, and now we're making sure we're throwing in the heart, you know, and then we have the PB Restore. And like Alex said before, yes, awesome digestive aspect, but it hits the microbiome. I'm sure Alex could probably expand more on that. It's not just that organ, the gut, it's multiple organs. So when you combine all those together, you're really providing an immense amount of the good nutrition that your body needs and that specifically your organs need in order to function at a really high level.
Yeah. So we're kind of getting into some new territory, or maybe some exciting pre-announcements, because we're not getting into too much announcements today, but you know, we first solved a lot of these issues with Lifelong Vitality, our LLV supplement, you know, getting the right types of vitamins and minerals, the absorption, making sure they get into your body. But we've got some new technology that's arisen over the last few years, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to start incorporating some of that.
Yeah, and when we know better, we do better, right? And as the science comes along, we are eager to incorporate it into our product offering. So for years and years, we've offered Lifelong Vitality and we had the glycoprotein matrix vitamins. We had the chelated minerals. We combined those with enzymes and whole food nutrients to really aid in not just the digestion of macronutrients and the micronutrients, but then the absorption of all those beneficial compounds into your body to be distributed all throughout the body. And there's a lot of, we could talk, hours and hours about all the biochemical processes that require these minerals and vitamins so that you have optimal organ function. But we've long taken the approach of, it's not just what you consume, it's what you absorb. We wanted to really optimize that. And so as the science has come along, we've developed some really cool new products using some new technologies, new ingredient forms, and some new offerings.
Yeah, you saw his smile come in. Yeah, his smile is like, we've got something
He wants to let it out. He wants to let it out.
But it's right. We do have something new, and it's at convention, and we are going to dive deep into it. And it is about nutrition. It is about absorption. It is about foundational wellness and filling that, not necessarily a gap in hours, because we've had some solutions to this, but a gap in a lot of people's nutrition, a lot of people's daily routines. Actually over the last, how long has it been? 3 months? 3 months or so since you first supplied me with the new product. I've been trying it, and it's been part of my daily routine. I've been mixing it in my water bottle. I've been mixing it with my Advantage sometimes, and shaking it up and taking it, and I feel better than ever, really. And it's something that I actually enjoy. Before, when I was taking some of these greens and other things, it wasn't as enjoyable, but now I find myself kind of taking in like 10, 15 minutes to finish this, drink it, and it's been amazing. Tastes amazing.
When we design new products, it's not just about weaving in the latest and greatest science, right? We want to design products that people are excited to use, that they love to use, and they have a great experience. So we've been listening to our customers, right? We wanted to incorporate their feedback and, hey, I want to have this type of an experience. Maybe I don't want to necessarily swallow more pills,
Can we please avoid that?
Yeah.
Let's do fewer pills, please.
Yeah. So, hey, maybe there's something that my entire family could use, the same product instead of switching to different products. Or maybe there's something convenient that I could take on the go or share with somebody else. So we've gathered all that feedback. We've designed something that everybody's going to really love.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, we found a great delivery method. We're talking about new levels of absorption. And maybe I'll ask you a little bit about that absorption in a second. New levels of absorption in this type of a supplement. The convenience of, I kind of let the cat out of the bag. It's a drink format. We're pretty excited about that. So we've created something, from an absorption standpoint that's going to be better than anything else. A powder that we can mix into a drink, that we can have it stacked with other products. And, something that's really important for me is also something that our leaders can utilize to build a business on. We've been working really hard to shrink that price to PV gap. And again, at convention, they're going to be really excited about not only this product and how good it's going to be for them and their customers, but also for them as a business. So let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about that absorption a little bit of the new product. What can we share about it?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I love about this product is, like Alex said before, we have the glycoprotein matrix, we have this great technology. That's from when, 2008? Yeah. And here we are in 2024. And the one thing I like that he said earlier is, when you know better, you do better. And so hopefully that's the expectation with the wellness advocates as well, that when we roll out a new product, that we're rolling out the latest and greatest technology, especially when it comes to absorption, because it's one thing to take the product, whether it's a vitamin, a mineral, a powder, or whatever, lotion, potion, pill, that's one thing. The most important part about it, though, is, are you utilizing it? How much of that are you actually absorbing? And so, we have, and I talk a lot about it, and people probably are coming like ad nauseum with this, but I'm like, I love the liposomal technology. And there is some liposomal technology along with a number of other technologies. We have essential oils in there that really help with the absorption rate. We have probiotics and digestive enzymes in this product that help with absorption. So there's pre-methylated, vitamins in there. So whole food vitamins, all these things in there that really help you to actually utilize those vitamins. So that's the most important. I guess to me, that's the most exciting part, is that you can use it. Oh, one thing you left out about this whole thing is it tastes really good.
Yeah,
it actually tastes really good. You don't always get that with powders that you have to do things with, right? It's like they don't always. Sometimes you tolerate it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not horrible.
That's usually say, oh, it's not horrible.
And that was kind of my
This
morning
actually
routine.
tastes good.
It was okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in there before this new one, and I just drink it as fast as I can.
Have your guys' kids? Have your kids used it?
My kids have used it and they love it.
Yeah, which that says it all right there. If a kid will drink it,
They ask me for it. It's not like, here, take this. No, they're asking me for it.
which is awesome. As a parent, that's a big thing because, especially, I've been a functional medicine doctor for a number of years now. And, you have all this knowledge about health and you want to impart that onto your kids. And, sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. But, when you can make something more desirable for your kids to want to take it, that's going to lead them to being healthier. Just as a parent, it just makes your job so much easier. You know what I mean? And so that is a big selling point to this. I don't miss out on that part. That taste is awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of like our leaders. Most of them have families. Most of them are concerned about their kids' nutrition, and this gives them such a huge leg up in that process. You're gonna say something?
Well, we've been doing some focus groups with this product, and we've had just consistent amazing feedback about this wonderful experience that people are having, how great the product tastes, and then the benefits that they're seeing in their life. Better energy levels, better mood, better cognitive function. So we're excited about those benefits being distributed now to more people as we launch this product.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we design products, we make sure that we have all the good and none of the bad, right? So our customers can come away confident in what we're offering here. We avoid allergens. We have natural ingredients, clean ingredients that are in there. So there's no controversy that is woven into this product.
No, but speaking of kids, Alex, we've talked about, as we're talking about foundational wellness, we're talking about vitamins, minerals, greens, probiotics. But, there is one thing that we haven't quite talked about yet, which is, omega-3 fatty acids and how important that is. And we want to make sure we touch on that a little bit as well. And so I just don't want to leave that out. So, what do you guys say about that? People want to hear from the scientists on, on these topics.
No, we would have a huge gaping hole if we left out healthy fats, right? And people have heard about omega-3 fatty acids for ages. In fact, there's so much substantiation and science around omega-3 fatty acids. You have approved FDA claims around the cardiometabolic benefits of those healthy fats. And with kids, it's helping with cognitive development. And there's a whole biochemical discussion that we can have around healthy fats. But you're exactly right to call those out as an important piece of the foundational wellness.
Yeah, and one thing I've talked, and I said this, actually, I think I was in a room with Emily one time, and Emily's like, yes, I want to hear that. And the comment I made was, if you can just, we have so many products and so many amazing things that you can utilize. But if you only do this little bit here of foundational wellness, you're doing 90% of the rest of the population from a health perspective. Like, you're doing so much better than everybody else in really trying to aid in your health. Yes, we have other products you can add in. Awesome. But if you can't afford it, or for whatever reason it might be, if you can only do this, that's huge. That's still very impactful. And please don't think it's not, because it is massively impactful. This is what I started in my practice. This is where I began, was right here, foundational wellness. That was the first few months of working with any patient. I was like, these are the things we're going to do. We're going to get you on good vitamins, minerals, all these, omegas, all these things to really, like I would say, is before I start treating, I'm like a farmer. A farmer doesn't just go out and start throwing seeds in the field, right? They got to go get the field ready, which is your body, which means I need to make sure you're getting the proper vitamins, minerals, greens, omegas, Microbiome product, so that when I do start to move into treat as a practitioner, I have way more success. So take that away from practitioner patient and just as, hey, I'm in self-care. I'm just trying to be a healthy person. If all I can do is just this foundational, well, that's kind of the wrong term. It's all I can do. Well, if that's all you can do, that's 90% better than most people.
Yeah. That sounds fantastic. Like, if this is the non-negotiables that everybody starts with,
yep,
think of all the good that can be happening in the world from people using these products.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Dr. Watts. Really appreciate the discussion that we've had here on foundational wellness. This is really going to change. It's changed my life, I think. I think it's going to change our wellness advocate, our customers, and everybody that they come in contact with. So We can't wait to share even more information about foundational wellness and these new products with you at convention. Get your convention tickets, join us in person, join us online. In fact, we've got Shannon Bible here with us to tell you the best way that you can come and join us at convention.
Oh my goodness, that was so interesting. We got lots of hints. I wasn't able to see the chat while it was going there. But here, let's see what people were saying. Definitely some hints here. Ooh, sounds like a new version of LLV. Drinkable, Bernice guesses. Yes, it would be great. Fewer pills was a hint. Oh yes, someone else want to bet on it. Taste, whole food vitamins in there. He did say that. Drinkable PBS cysts, perhaps. Or then Danny had asked about if anyone else found pill vitamins cause water retention. Yeah, not for me, but everyone is different. Everyone is different. I know I was writing some other hints talking about taking fewer pills, new delivery method, tasting better, and then also the kids like to taste it. So, oh yes, I'm kind of betting on that too, that idea. So this is exciting. They never gave us this many hints before. And it's interesting too, if he's saying if people are taking this, it's 90% better than what other people are doing. So it's a great place to either start, or if that's all you can take, then you're doing great. So yay, I'm excited about learning more about what this product is, but I think we kind of have an idea. Oh my gosh, how fun. But yes, come to conventions, so you can find out exactly what it is firsthand. Oh, all right, everyone. Thank you for being on the call tonight. Hopefully you got a little excited if you are going to convention, and maybe if you're not, you're curious about coming now. All right, anything else to add, Kanan or Liza? Anything I missed tonight? That was so interesting. You're welcome, Bernice. All right, everyone. Well, thank you. Oh, actually, we wanted to end with one more thing. September is around the corner, and if you did not know yet, Kanani and I are participating in Diamond Club, and I just found out Liza's going to be participating in something called the Masters Club. So Diamond Club and Masters Club are opportunity for communities to come together, for us to engage and educate our customers and our potential customers. And it's a way to really just focus on our businesses in a period of time. And so both of these clubs are running from September to November. So for 3 months, we can do it 3 months. And in this time, we are teaching, we are hosting, and we are trying to bring new members on through that education, and also reactivate people who haven't ordered the last 12 months. So yes, no, it's coming. Yes, it starts in September, which is going to be before our next call. So very soon, all 3 of us will be getting codes for enrollments, and then reactivations, we each will have a different code for that as well. And we have to get the code before the order. I was just reading up on that yesterday. So if you have, as you are educating and reconnecting and engaging with people that have been inactive, if they're going to order, let either me or Kanani or Liza know, so we can enter them in our portal, and then we get a special code to send them. So they need to have the code beforehand. So keep us in the loop. And if you don't remember any of that, just text us and we'll tell you what to do because it is a little detailed. But yeah, we're super excited and we're grateful that we have all of you doing this with us, because there's no way we could be doing this alone. This is definitely a team aspect, a team club that we're going through. So we're just excited to just kind of get into the groove again and get that education out there to people who need it, which is everyone. So we're going to learn a lot in September and we can keep sharing. And then yes, Kanani, go ahead.
Sorry, real quick. I know.
Hold your hand up.
My hand. Sorry. Physically raising my hand here. I got on late. I apologize. I was at birthday dinner for my niece, but I think majority of the people on here now are part of the KMR trip coming up in October. And I think there's been a few questions about flights. You know, I think I texted a couple people about the Southwest flight going up. I was texting with Fran and Lehua. And once everybody is booked, then we can email Kumu Kili'i Kanoi and just let them know, like, okay, everybody's gonna be arriving 8:15, 8:30, and she'll be picking everyone up. Kehao is gonna be the lead that day. So if you have somebody that cancels, can't make it, whatever, message Kehao. If you don't have her number, you can always text one of your leaders and we can get that message to her. But to coordinate flights, I think that's very, very important. And I know the one flight we were looking at was leaving Maui 7:35 a.m. and arriving in Kona at 8:15. I don't know the okay, Liza said just arrive 8:15 or before for any Oahu people that maybe are registered, but share this with friends that are not on our team but are coming as guests, you know, to just work and learn. And also the return, I'm not quite sure. We can probably figure that all out if you guys have a return. Or Kehawa, you might have booked your oh no, sorry, Kehawa's staying longer because she's staying for fall break. But just to give Kumu an idea of what time she needs to take everybody back. And I think we did like when we did a day trip, it was the last flight out of Kona because it's like a full day. Bernice, what did you guys do since you just went? Did you do last flight?
We booked ourselves out of Kona at 7:30. However, we were able to get the 6 o'clock flight out with fish folks. So
okay.
So we have to go. Well, we went through Oahu to come back to Maui. So
that was Hawaiian
Air, yes, on the return. So 6 o'clock or like initially we had the 7:30, but found that 6 o'clock was good time.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to talk about that. And I think everyone on here, sorry, maybe not you, Danny, is going to convention. And so we can leave it for another time, but we're in the works and in the talk of planning to work with our Kealakekua Ohana to support them at their booth at convention. So we're kind of just getting that in the works so we can coordinate and just really talk about it and share with people so they know outside of our awesome community that it's definitely worth it to come and work and be a part of just working on the land. So we'll talk more about that. I know we haven't done a lot of convention talk, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Sorry, Bernice, what time did you guys get done at KMR?
Oh, I think Fish, correct me if I'm wrong, but we were done about 3 o'clock. And then we were able to make a couple pit stops at the office to buy more shirts and then actually stop at the chip company and then go to the airport.
Okay, because right now what I'm seeing is the latest flight out of Kona. And maybe I need to look on the computer, but on that date, and it just might be on that date, is going to be 4:30. And it's actually a direct flight on Southwest. The latest one on Hawaiian that I'm seeing right now is 4:20, but you got to go through Oahu.
Oh,
The 4:30 is the latest. So That might be, it just might have to be, but it sounds like if you guys had left right away,
Yeah,
you guys could have made it, yeah?
right. If we went straight back down to the airport.
Yeah.
And
I
she'll
think-
tailor it to your time.
Sorry, I was gonna say, I think it depends on what they have planned, right? Because what they had planned that day was mamaki. So you guys, like, there wasn't a full nursery. Fish kind of shared that with me.
Yep.
It was just kind of a little bit different. So again, I can be in touch with Kumu just to see like what they exactly have planned for you guys
Exactly.
on
Right.
that day.
Mm-hmm. So the
That's-
mamaki, they're actually
That's the
bagging it.
latest flight though. I mean, there's a 4:50 out of Southwest, but that's only 20 minutes. And then you don't get back to Maui till 7:15 versus taking a direct at 4:30. And
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
just
So
let
maybe
her
the
know.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe the idea is we let her know that we have a little bit of a time constraint and then they can plan accordingly.
Because there's
Okay.
so many jobs, right? I mean, we were planning the mamaki because they're doing packets for distribution at convention, but there's so many things to do. We're just overwhelmed, like, wow, how did they get it all done? We're just amazed. So that was a great experience. So glad we went.
Yay. And I know Ray did say it was kind of a long day with the late flight. And so I think if you guys can do the direct, it makes it easier
Yeah, better.
for everyone. Yeah.
Right.
It is a long one. All right. Well, thank you everyone for popping on today. Hopefully you got some education, got a little excited about convention, new products. Yes, and then hopefully you're signed up for our next trips. All right, you guys have a great, wonderful week. Love you all. Bye.
Oh, yeah.